When you were talking about the price that you paid the speakers, you said you would give them 10% if you're the promoter. Now, is that the speaker who brings his own product, or is that the speaker who's selling your product?
Okay, the 10% commission is if you went out and you sold the John Childers speaker training at an event, I would give you 10% of your gross sales. It's not your product. You didn't develop it. You have no risk. All you're doing is making a presentation. You're a hired gun. Now, when I go, I get 50%. So actually, it sounds like I'm making a lot more than you do, but I only, because the promoter gets half. So I may send you to an event and say, I want you to go to the Ron LeGrand event and present the John Childers speaker training. You get 10% of the gross. He got 50% of the gross. So I'm getting 40%, and it's my product. So is that okay? Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm happy. I'm not hung up on percentages. Good gracious, whatever you do is money I didn't have before. So that's what I meant by the 10%. Now, when you sell your product, now you're on your own. You'll reach an agreement with a promoter, and it might be 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, 55-45, something of that nature.
Okay, thank you.
Does that answer that? Yes. Okay. Do we have anybody over here that wants to ask a question?
Thank you, John. Is there a perceptional value in appearance between the 3-ring binders that you actually put the CD sleeves?
Yes, there is a perceived value here, and a lot of people get started with inexpensive packaging, and eventually it hurts you on your image. And it depends on your topic also. And what I've found is that I think you ought to pay someone to design the artwork, which means you need to have artwork. I will tell you where you need to spend your money. You need to spend some money on equipment. You need to spend some money on advertising and marketing. And there are ways to do it where it doesn't cost you a dime, but you're going to go slower. But a lot of times you need to go slower. Like, Damien, you're talking about getting started. Well, you don't need to go out and buy anything right now. You need to get your feet wet. You need to go out here and teach those high school kids. You need to go to the Chamber of Commerce. You need to go to the Lions Club. You need to go to the investment clubs. You need to go to some of these places you can speak for free just to gain some experience here. That's the reason I'm telling you the different ways you go and you get your experience. And then you're going to grow into this. You don't go into it, you grow into it.